This is a quick highlight explained video how I beat MaxPax, the best Protoss vs Protoss player in the world in a tournament. Enjoy. So the game started with a standard 1-gate expand versus 1-gate expand, and MaxPax decided to do some harassment with the Adept and Oracle at the same time. In the natural base I planted a shield battery that perfectly timed, was able to save all of my probes to the natural base. MaxPax noticed that he cannot deal any damage with the Oracle physically, so he tries to do indirect damage, puts down the stasis ward, that forces all of my probes to pull, and I'm not mining for a long time. I would say that was a successful harassment by MaxPax considering the circumstances. I tried to do some counter harassment to him, so I warp into Adepts, move across the map, but I noticed he might have spotted that with his Oracle, so I put my Stalkers in the middle of the map as well. And he does catch some of my Adepts with the Oracle and Stalkers in the middle of the map. That was a little bit scary for me. He really out-microed me in this battle. I already lost one Adept, and I tried to chase him in the middle of the map a bit further, which was unnecessary. I couldn't really find anything in here, and I lose additional Stalker. A big mistake by me. Additional harassment happens with the Oracle. He tries to distract me with it, and the first chaos in the game begins. DT starts attacking me in the main base in the natural, and this Zealot that you can see currently is supposed to block the Dark Templars from walking into the entrance. Because it's in the range of the shield battery, while the DT is attacking it, I will have enough time to react to the Dark Templars. But somehow he managed to have DTs in my main base and the natural at the same time. There are only two options: a Warpism, which he cannot have with the build that he's going for, there's no way, I also have very good vision around the map, or a Pylon near my natural base, where he can warp in through the natural. He also goes for an attack in the third base, so there's a lot of chaos going on. I need to defend 3 bases at the same time, but I only have 1 observer and 2 hands. I deflect the main attack, and I try to clear some of the DTs, but a lot of damage has been done. I cleared the last DT, and I try to manage my economy. And this is the Pylon I was talking about. He managed to warp in DTs across my natural from this. Additional harassment happening, Oracle in the main base, DT in the 4th base. Look at this, he's attacking me from 4 sides at the same time, on the left side, on the right side, and the center. I need to choose where I need to defend, so I choose to defend my 4th base, because this is the biggest point for me to defend. The main base is deflected with an Oracle, there are only DTs or Zealots killing the Pylon on the left side, so I need to defend the main force. The Nexus finishes just in time, so I can manage to defend the base without losing too much with the super battery. He continues to harass me with his main army, pulling me out of position, and goes for harassment with the Dark Templar at my 4th base yet again. So once again, my economy is being exposed, and I need to pull my probes away from mining. In the meantime, MaxPax is already on 4 bases. Another main attack at my 3rd base. I go in with the Stalkers, I deflect it, and again, once more, MaxPax goes for an attack. He never attacks at one place at the same time. So again, I need to split some of my army, but there's a Warpism going into the main base as well. Plus, I can see he's warping in DTs in the main base. I don't have an observer there. I need to split my army perfectly to defend the bases, but it's very hard. Once again, I'm being attacked in all of the places at the same time. I split a good enough amount of Stalkers to the 4th base. I deflected rather easily, but I still have Dark Templars in my main base. I need to recall the observer from the 4th. I warp in some Stalkers. I didn't lose that much in this engagement, but there was a lot of chaos. Plus a lot of mining time lost. I think I have a little bit of a breather, but here comes MaxPax yet again after a couple of seconds. More DTs in the 3rd base and a disruptor shot! I barely see it. If I would not be watching my army for 2 more seconds or 1 more second, I would have lost a significant amount of Stalkers. There's only a singular disruptor. I checked for a flanking disruptor, there was not one. So I chase him, I snipe the disruptor, and go for a counter attack. This is my last chance. One disruptor to the north, I snipe it, there's another shot. I don't have blink now, so I walk forward and snipe the disruptor. I can see I have overwhelming amount of Stalkers here, so I blink to the top. I snipe the battery, I snipe the Nexus. I try to defend the Warpism. I cannot allow him to snipe the Warpism. If he does, he needs to commit heavily into this. He decides not to. Blinks back. I split my army in 2 and I bait him into making a super battery in this base. I see the super battery. I don't engage. And I go for another warp in. In the meantime, MaxPax has been harassing me at the 4th, but he doesn't have enough units to do it. I see with the Observer he has naked disruptors, so I decide to go for them. Even if he fires the disruptors, I can snipe them before they can connect. So 2 disruptors down, he needs to come back. Another blink in for the disruptors, super close. Balls of steel, but I trust my Blinkstalker micro. And we continue fighting at the front. I have a better position here, he cannot really go up to the high ground, he doesn't have a super battery to defend him with. But I was a little bit worried because he has the base on the right side, plus he has a base on the left side as well, meaning that he was on 6 bases. So I was worried that he might have too much. But I did snipe 2 bases just now. I split some of the zealots to the left side, sniping some of the probes, and we're fighting here with the Stalker versus Stalker. He has a better position for the Stalkers, but I have the overwhelming numbers. I need to keep in mind he has disruptors. I blink back. Plus he also has potential of blink DTs. Sorry, of just DTs, not necessarily with blink, but they could have blink. He snipes one of my observers in the meantime. The zealots on the left side did a good job of denying the economy, so now I know if I can only micro my stalkers perfectly, bring my observer to snipe the potential of warp and DTs, I can win the game. I'm super close. I bring in the observer, I snipe the direct Templars, and MaxPax is forced to tap out and I win the game after being behind and being butchered the entire game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section how you like this type of content. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. Take care guys, have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.